So, in that last section, we put together the logic of our project to show the user that they are either on the southern hemisphere or in the northern hemisphere. And I know I was pretty strict with you, sticking to the text. We still don't have an image here, and you probably distinctly remember that we went looking for some images. So let's insert some images into our React project. So I already have the image right here on my computer, and I'm going to just add that picture into our project file. And at the end of this section, I uploaded the finished instance of our application. So you may go and download it yourself. And after downloading the file, you can find the SRC folder inside the project, and then you may get the image folder inside the SRC folder, and then you can insert it into your own project. Or you might find some picture on the internet that, is somehow related. You just have to take it and put it inside of your project's SRC directory. All right. So you got that. So now I've installed my image folder on my desktop, and inside of it, I have two images right here. And I'm going to take them and put them inside of my project. So I'm going to open up my project folder, which is just right here, and name it Hemisphere. Now, you may have installed your project folder somewhere else on your computer, so you just have to find it, and I'm trusting you to do that. And then inside of the project, we're just going to open up this SRC folder. Now I'm going to take this image folder and drag it inside the SRC folder, like so. Now we can flip back over to our code editor, and as you can see right here, we have our images inside the image folder, just like we uploaded. All right, so now remember that the idea here is to use these images inside of our Hemisphere display component. So in order to do that, we have to import it into this file. I'm going to say import, and then the name of the picture, and I'll call it Northern Pic. And then I'm going to import it from the image folder. And then I'll be able to pick the Northern Hemisphere.jpg inside of it. So I'm now going to do the same for the Southern Hemisphere picture. So that means I'll just have to copy this line and paste it just underneath, right? So I can call this Southern Pic. And now this time we're just going to get the Southern Hemisphere picture like so. Okay, so now what we really want to do here is somehow produce the name of our picture dependent upon our current latitude, and then pass this name as a source into an image tag in order to determine the picture that we want to show the user, right? I mean, that makes sense. Okay, so to do that, we just need to make use of a very similar expression like we used just a couple of videos ago in order to get our text. So let's see, I could say something like const picture is equals, and then if the latitude is going to be greater than 0, we will return Northern Pic. Otherwise, we will return Southern Pic. See, and then that will give me either Northern Pic or a value of Southern Pic, like so. All right, so now that we wrote both expressions to get our text, and now we can reference them into our image tag. So right here inside this div, let's say image. So we're not going to put in a set of double quotes like so. Instead, we're going to use that JSX interpolation where we are going to refer to some JavaScript variable, okay? So then inside of here, just going to reference the text that returned from this picture result either southern pick or northern pick. So to be clear, these two are a little bit of an identical ternary. Now, the only difference is the values that get returned, right? Because in this case, we're going to reference this text here inside the JavaScript object. And of course, you remember that we are not referencing the string inside of the JavaScript object as a source to an image. Actually, I mean that we're not using any quotes inside of this JavaScript object, right? So I'm going to be able to save this now and flip back over to my application in the browser. And look at that. You can see the automatic refresh, and then we see the image appear right in front of our eyes. All right, so that looks good. So it says Northern Hemisphere. And we'll do a little quick test over here. And I will select the Sao Paulo right here and refresh the page. And we are seeing Southern Hemisphere. Bravo. In case you missed it earlier, Sao Paulo is in the Southern Hemisphere. So for now, let's just say that this is working well enough. All right, so we're going to take a little break here. And when we come back, we're going to talk about a little styling action.